Good day, Magic Maker. Now, I'm sure you've heard this before. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And today, in this video podcast, or if you're reading the written version of this, we're going to make your magic, unboring business plan for the new phase, the now phase that you're in based on who you are, what's lighting you up, not where you've been, but where you are going. But before we get into that, just settle into this question. How are you honestly feeling about your business these days? I'm over 20 years as a full-time entrepreneur, and I can tell you there's cycles and phases that happen, and the less we resist them, the more we can allow for the evolution to unfold. And sometimes old ideas are meant to die and new ideas are meant to birth. And so how are you feeling about your business in this moment? Do you wake up feeling inspired, lit up, and clear on the next steps? Or do you feel like you're trudging forward, but not fully certain of where you're actually trying to go? Well, lucky for you, clarity is my middle name. Not really, but maybe it should be, because as a creative business coach and vision strategist, I love helping folks like you get crystal clear on your vision, align with your soul, and map out the actual plan to get shit done while having way more fun in your life. It's kind of my jam when I'm not growing my own dream businesses. So, because there's nothing more empowering than feeling clear and nothing more debilitating than feeling lost in the fog, which I have been plenty of times. That's why I'm a good mountain guide for growing businesses aligned with passions and how you get paid. The feeling of being lost in the fog, it's utterly terrifying as an entrepreneur, as a human, for me as a man, when you're unsure of when you're going to walk off the cliff and have the bottom fall out beneath you. And so today, the whole purpose of this is I want to guide you through a simple, creative, and inspiring magic business planning process that's going to help you get clear on where you are, inventory your assets and energy, focus on what matters most, and move you forward with confidence and momentum. So this is meant to be something that builds upon a previous session we did on visioning processes, where you map out your future self and what you're stepping into in this phase of your life. So if you haven't checked that out before, there's going to be a link wherever you're watching or listening to this. But let's get into the magic business plan, because we're here. So the goal is to align your life, clarify your strategy, activate your creativity, and focus your energy like never before, because your power's in your presence when you focus on what you want. I play pro golf as my hobby, and you know, in golf, there's all of these impossible obstacles you have to hit around. You got to hit over water, bunkers, sand traps, long grass. You got to hit around trees, etc. And the clearer you are on your target, the more all of the obstacles disappear. The more the fear doesn't weigh in to your conscience or your consciousness and affect what happens. And so we're here to get you clear so you know what your target is. Does that make sense? Okay. Make sure you close all your damn windows so you're not scrolling other places. I want you here and focused, because that's what's going to get you the results that I'm wanting for you right now. So first things first, let's clarify a whole bunch of things. So number one, leverage points. You know, one of my taglines at Majik Media is leverage your life's work. You probably have so many things, so many skills, relationships, assets to leverage. And when we're in the busyness of just doing things and keeping the business afloat, we forget about all the assets we actually have to leverage. So my guess is you've already built something of value. You have skills. And let's see if we can lighten the load by identifying what you have to leverage. So what assets have you created that you could repurpose, license, or sell? You know, for example, I have licensed my meditation library, and it's reached millions of people. With Majik Kids, we are licensing our story, music, and meditation library, and we have dozens and dozens of licensing partners that we are now set up with. What do you have that you could leverage as far as assets go? You could even come out with a quarterly special of like a program that you launched that's on Evergreen now, but nobody buys it, and you could just pull that from your shelf and launch it for 1 week every 3 months or something like that. Have something out there. So what do you have to leverage that you could repurpose, license, or sell? What relationships do you have in your Rolodex that could lead to strategic partnerships, referrals, collaborations, licensing, investment, or clients? Who have you lost touch with that you could follow up and book a conversation with? So I do an exercise inside the Magic Mind, which is my coaching community, usually about once a month, where everybody pulls out their phones and we just go through our contact lists, or they go through their email contact lists, and you'll be surprised at how many people see a name that pops out to them like, I have not talked to this person in ages. They could be a past client, an old friend, somebody you met at a networking event. It's just like, you reach out like, hey, it's been a while. How you doing? Want to catch up? And you catch up, you share what's going on, and you just never know where those connections will lead. Most people already have everybody they need in their life to build the business of their dreams. And we just forget to nurture the relationships that we have by always wanting more, which is a program that you can delete now. You have enough, you are enough. You just got to look at what you already have around you and figure out how to leverage that. So, next question. How much revenue generating per month right now, on average? Write the number down. This is a no-shame game. You are where you are, and there's nothing you can do except get better than what you're doing right now. And that's where the leverage points, that's where getting creative comes in. What are your current income streams from highest to lowest? Write them all down. How are you generating money right now? Look at where the money is flowing and where it's not flowing. Now, this is an important question. What are your favorite ways to make money? How do you love to get paid? What feels like an absolute treat that you can't believe people are paying you money? This could be things that you would like to step into or things that you are doing that you're just like, I love this. This is silly money. People pay me money and I'm having fun. Now, next, if you could wave a magical wand and get paid to do anything, what would your top 1 to 2 income streams be? Write this out because we could build a business plan around that. Now, what needs to be put into place to make that happen? So maybe you have this idea, but you don't have a website for it. You haven't figured out who your market is, etc. Those would be steps you need to take in order to make that dream a reality, which I love making dreams realities. Okay, next set of questions. This is around life alignment, because when we're in alignment, magic and synchronicity has space to flow in our lives. So we want to let your life lead. And now we're going to define success on your terms before you scale anything so that you don't create a trap for yourself, that you build a business you hate and a life you don't want to live. So what does a successful life look like for you right now? Describe it with as much heart and detail. And I'm encouraging you to make it on your terms, not somebody else's, not what you've been told success is, but like deep down in your core, what success is. Because for some people, success might be having a little patch of land out in nature that's by a stream where you can grow your garden, make a minimal income to, raise a family, but not hustle. You don't have to hustle. That's somebody else's dream to hustle. So think about the rhythms, the relationships, your health, the freedom, finances, creativity, the things that you do on the day-to-day that would mean you are successful regardless of how much money's in the bank account. Then, what are the top 3 values that are guiding your life and business decisions? If you don't have any yet, this is a good moment to feel into that answer. It's an important one because these anchor when things get chaotic or when shiny objects come your way. They're going to anchor you in what is in alignment and what's out of alignment. For me, freedom, fun, and flow in this phase of my life. That's where writing, that's where collaborating with amazing people, that's where chi ball, that's where travel, that's where spending time adventuring with my family, that's where me pursuing the things that make me feel activated and alive, that's where coaching amazing humans whose work I want to see exist in the world comes into play. It all is in alignment for me. What are you no longer available for? Think about your behaviors, your obligations, clients, beliefs, habits, the stories you've been telling yourself about what you have to do. Maybe there's some martyr energy that means you think you have to struggle in order to be successful. What if that wasn't the case? What if you could let that go today? What's currently out of alignment in your life? The sooner you deal with it, the sooner you can fly forward. And so I encourage you to face it head on, name it, and do something about it today. Next up, business strategy. Isn't this fun? So you're going to write out all your answers. This is just me going through them so that you can get inspired and feel that surge of energy come through. You could always shut me off here and just go start doing it, but if you want to continue listening or watching, go for it. So let's zoom out. Let's name the vision And then we can simplify what the next moves are. So what's your core offer, or the core offer that you want to grow into? This is the most aligned product, service, program that you offer. It's the one offer to rule them all. Think about that. For me, like in this phase with Majik Media, it's my Magic Mind. With Majik Kids, it's my Majik Kids app. With Play Chi Ball, it is selling people their first Chi Ball, because once they have one, they're gonna, want to replace that once every year or two. So who is your aligned offer for? Describe them. What specific transformation do you help them achieve? What problem do you solve for them? How do you want to grow your audience? There's plenty of ways to market and sell. There's plenty of ways to get in front of people, to attract the clients for your business to actually thrive. So pick your top one or two. Is it touring a signature workshop? Is it getting licensing deals for all the work that you've already put in? Is it strategic partnerships, email, Substack, podcasts, YouTube, retreats, in-person events, referrals and affiliates, going on tour, speaking at summits, or something else? What does success in the next 90 days look like for you? If you were just think, what's the date today? What's 90 days out? What do you want to happen? Is it 3 new clients? Is it 1,000 new subscribers? Is it 50K in sales? Is it book 2 speaking gigs? Is it land a licensing deal? If you can see that clearly, I can help you do that. If you don't know what that is, then make a decision today. Figure out what alignment is. Where are you pointing that arrow? What is your target? Now, this is a fun one. So 10 years ago, my wife and I took 30 days to create a 10-year vision. And up until that point, I only ever created 12-month visions. And when I created a 10-year vision, everything inside of me softened. I was perfectly okay to be exactly where I was. To knowing that every day and every step I took was leading me towards the bigger vision of what I wanted, how I wanted to feel. And now I'm at the end of that 10-year vision. And I can tell you, the majority of the things that we dreamed into have become my life. Some of them still feel like the fragments aren't fully solidified, but I know for certain I am in complete and total alignment. So these next questions are going to be around, what's your vision of success look and feel like in 12 months, in 3 to 5 years, in 10 years, and in 100 years? What does success look like? That's a generational success that you're dreaming into. Next up, here's some fun stuff. Creative activation is the next category. So we're going to tap into some fire. What's alive in you and wants to be made, shared, or seen? What creative project or message is asking to come through you right now? Is it a course, a book, a podcast, campaign, video, story, screenplay, kids book? What is it? This is the stuff that you need to schedule your success around, book it in your calendar, show up with discipline every single day, because building shit takes time and you gotta make sure you got plenty of time blocks to actually get it done. What is your most joyful medium for creating and sharing? Is it teaching, writing, video, audio, storytelling, art and design, collaboration, events, comedy, speaking, making art, facilitating groups, or something else? Write it down. What do you love to do? And why does it light you up? Are you using it regularly? How could you do it more? How could you make that thing you love to do most of what you do? So most of what you do is what you love, and then you love your life more, and your work gets better, and it's in alignment with what you love, and you just build this life that you love, because that's what's possible, and that's what we do here at Majik Media, is to help you do that. Next up, what is your unique magic? Name 2 to 3 traits, methods, or vibes that make you unmistakably you. What comes easy and natural to you? What are your superpowers? What are people always complimenting you about? Because that's an important piece. That is a part of your brand energy, the brand essence, the personality. Action plan and next steps. So if we're to focus your energy, which we're going to do now, what is one clear 90 to 120 day project or goal? Something that aligns with your life and your business growth. So it could be to deliver your signature workshop 5 times and to grow your list by 1,000 people. It could be to finish launching your course. It could be to book 5 strategic partnerships. It could be to license your audio library. It could be to map out the first draft of your book. Like, there's so many things you could be focusing on. I encourage you to choose one at one time so that you can pour all of your energy and focus into that one thing, get it done, then move on to the next thing. What are your next 3 high impact action steps? So now that you've identified what you want to do in the next 90 to 120 days, what 3 action steps do you know you need to take? Oftentimes we don't see the whole journey up the mountain when we choose a project to do, but as long as you see the next few steps, the horizon will continue to change. And once you take those steps, you'll know what the next steps are. Trust me, they always appear. Next, what support systems or collaborations would make this easier, faster, and more fun? Think people, tools, tech, team, community, mentorship, coaching. What support do you actually need? What do you need to put in place to support you to get this shit done, have more fun, do it with more flow, and get to that stage of freedom that you're ultimately desiring deep down inside? And next, make a declaration. So I shared in my origin story about a letter I wrote to myself about wanting to do work that I'm proud of. Today, make yourself a declaration. Write yourself a letter. What are you committing to? How important is this to you? This vision, this dream, this thing that is wanting to be expressed, wanting to come through, wanting to be built. Hang it on your wall. Say it out loud. Make it real. Write your declaration. And if you need support implementing your plan once you've mapped these pieces out, come and join me and a powerful crew of really awesome creative entrepreneurs inside the Majik Mind coaching community. Look at my coaching services or look into the Majik Media creative agency services where we can basically do anything you can dream up. I would love to lean into this conversation. I would love to hear what insights you've had. Please comment on this and let's keep moving forward. Remember, finish what you started today. Do this. If you have to stay up late, do it. If you have to wake up early tomorrow, do it. This is moving you towards the clarity that you've been yearning for. It only works if you show up and do the work. So do that. And I'm looking forward to hearing about your breakthrough. Thanks for tuning into this. Keep on going.